with you here on WXLZ. We hope you've enjoyed our games tonight. Lady Pioneers, if you weren't listening earlier, they played a pretty good ball game, beat Richlands by 9 points. This game here pretty close. 24-20, Richlands with the lead. Another reminder there that a change in schedule here. We will have Honaker and Grundy on Friday night, a big Black Diamond District game. If you can't make it out to Honaker, tune us in.
Pretty good crowd here tonight, Jamie.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you haven't seen the Honaker boy up there at Honaker play, you need to go out and watch him a time or two. He's a really good basketball player. He's been having a hard time getting open shots because people are double and triple teaming him, but he's still, I mean, he can shoot that thing from anywhere.
Both teams back on the court ready to go. Richlands will have the ball first to open the third quarter. And they've got that original starting lineup of Holmes, Simmons.
Pioneers do too.
West, Berry, and Richardson on the court. Richardson outside to Simmons. Back to Richardson.
Pioneers in a little zone again there, Merle.
They go to West in the right corner, and he puts up a three, no good. Jackson runs down the long rebound for Lebanon. And the Pioneers look to cut into this 4-point lead. Jackson on the wing, steal, the Herdig, all the way around to Hall. Herdig wide open to the top of the key, shoots a three, no good, but the rebound grabbed by Steele. Good hustle by Steele, knock it away from Cade Simmons and come up with it. Go to the right corner to Hall, Hall for three. And again, they battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds to Richlands. Looked like Steele about killed Hunter Herdig there.
Yeah.
And Hunter took off for the locker room. He must have got busted in the mouth or something.
Yeah.
Ben Long gets up off of the Lebanon bench and goes to chase him down the locker room and see what was wrong with him.
Seth Buchanan in the game for the Pioneers.
First action Seth has had. They're going to make Richlands try to work a little harder on the outside. Berry, Richardson, right wing to West. Back out to Richardson. I'm not sure how well they shoot. Berry made a three earlier. Richardson fakes the three. He's picked up Buchanan. They're moving around down the outside of that zone. Looks like he got away with a little jump step there. Shot by Berry, no good with the rebound by Simmons, and he hasn't knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Richlands.
Pioneers battle on that defensive board, Merle. They're not very big, though.
Yeah, they do. They're fighting good.
They're outsized, though.
Inbounds play comes around and out on the wing to Cade Simmons, and he hits the three-pointer. Good shot by Simmons. 27-20. Steele the other way. Right wing to Buchanan. The left-hander puts up a shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Simmons. Richlands. Lebanon's in a danger zone here. Another three by Simmons, no good. Rebound Christian Hall. Jackson will bring it up. He gets it ahead to Buchanan. Buchanan drives inside and kicks it back out. He ran into trouble down into Cade Simmons. And here's a good pass from Jackson to Christian Hall. Jackson drove into the paint and dumped it down on the lane to Hall. He loaded up and in good. Timeout Lebanon. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here for this one.
I'm not sure where the Pioneers play Friday night, Merle. I've got the schedule here. I guess I could hunt it up.
Yeah, I've got one somewhere here too. If it's still the same, sometimes they change them. 27-20 our score, or 27-22 after the basket.
Pioneers go up to Council tomorrow night, according to this schedule.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah. And then they travel over to Marion, looks like on Friday night.
A couple of games they could win, probably. They trail Richlands by 5. Richlands with the ball. And Richardson brings it up. Lebanon still in a zone. Down in the corner to West, back out to Richardson. Back to West in the corner. Looking inside to get it down in there to Cade Simmons. Back out in the corner to West, and West cans the three. Luke West with a three, and it's 30-22. Lebanon in need of a basket here. Jackson with it on the outside. Richlands still in a man-to-man. West playing on Jackson. He leads him way out there towards front court. Hall comes up to the foul line. And Buchanan runs the baseline into the corner, gets a pass from Jackson. Back to Potts. Potts for three out top. No good. Steele battling Simmons for the rebound, and Simmons comes away with it. Steele gets in there and causes some havoc.
Yeah,
he's got a wide body and he's strong.
Pretty good rebounder.
Hunter Herdig is back to the bench now. He's coming to the scorer's table. He'll come back in at the next break. Berry with it on the outside to Richardson. Back outside to Simmons. West to Berry. Berry puts it on the floor in the lane, dumps it low for Simmons. Wide open down on the, coming off of the baseline. And he lays it up and in good, and Richlands opens up a 10-point lead. It's 32-22. Now here's Buchanan from the corner. No good. Rattles around, won't go. Jackson chases down the rebound. Back outside to Steele. Steele a long three. Good. They needed that one bad.
They needed that one.
32-25 now. Just over 4 minutes to go in the third period. Richardson into the front court. Picked up his dribble a little too soon. Berry has to come out, help out, get the pass. Berry on the right wing drives into the paint as they leave him, and he runs right into Potts, and I'm not sure what they called, if they called a charge or what.
They called a charge,
must have. Potts is slow getting up there.
I got tickled at one announcer the other night talking about the big boy played at Duke. Shoot, his name eludes me now. Does a lot of the major games there on ESPN.
Oh, yeah, you talking about.
He said they need to change that charging signal because he said these refs love to, step out and throw that fist out.
I saw that. I heard him talk about that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
He's probably true. Potts is still down on the floor sitting there. He's kind of
he got hit pretty hard.
Second time he's gone down hard in the floor.
I think he's okay though. They're getting back to his feet.
Just a little woozy.
He will have to. He's playing down inside, Merle. He's not that big.
No, he's getting banged around with those big guys.
He's, I guess, maybe 6 feet. I don't believe he's any taller than that. Maybe he's 6'1". But
Steele's not quite as tall as Potts, but Steele can kind of handle it down there because he's so strong. Potts doesn't have that strength that Steele has. McLaughlin's going to come in. Caleb McLaughlin for Potts to give him a break. Of course, Potts is
he'll take a little break on the bench, but I believe he's okay. He's talking to his dad there.
Of course, he's Ryan Potts' son, the head coach.
Yeah, he's getting up off the bench. He's going to check back in.
Yeah, he's come back into the scorer's table. Lebanon with the ball, though. Jackson on the outside. He puts up a three. No good. Rims out of there. Richardson with the rebound for Richlands. Richlands doesn't look to run. They're taking their time, man. Pretty aggressive inside. Here's Berry. He slashes into the lane. Puts up a runner. No good off of the glass. That draws the foul. And he'll shoot two. Foul was called on Steele. No, the foul's on McLaughlin. McLaughlin, his first.
Cade Berry at the line will have 2 shots. 3:28 left in the third quarter. Berry misses the first free throw.
Potts comes back in for McLaughlin. McLaughlin stayed in there long enough to get a foul, though, didn't he?
Yeah, picked up one right quick. Berry with one more shot. That one's up, and he makes that one.
33-25.
It's his first point of the night, Merle.
Well, I thought he hit a three a while ago. Lebanon with the ball. Hall on the left wing to Herdig. Down on the right corner to Jackson. Back out in the corner to Hall. Hall for three. No good. And Steele goes in there and steals a rebound away from Richlands. That one didn't hit the rim, so Steele had a good look at it and got to it before Richlands could. Now here's a bad pass by Herdig. Picked off by Berry, and Herdig fouls Berry on the other end before he can get in there and shoot the layup. And that should be a non-shooter. They did call it a non-shooter. Second foul on Hunter Herdig. Richlands will play it from the baseline. Richardson will inbound. He lobs it way outside to West. And West has it knocked away and stolen by Jackson. And Jackson all the way to the rim on the other end, lays it up and in good. West didn't see Jackson coming there. He thought he was out there by himself.
Yeah.
Jackson slipped up on him. 33-27 with 2:35 to go in the third period. West on the outside with it. Left Pioneers back to the man-to-man. Richardson down on the corner to Berry. And Berry is fouled by Christian Hall as he got a knee out in front of Berry there as Berry tried to drive around him and tripped Berry up. Hall's second foul. Richlands will play it from the sideline in front of their own bench.
3 team fouls now on the Pioneers.
Richardson gets it into Berry. Berry leaves it out deep for Richardson. They look like they want to keep it a low-scoring game. Outside to Richardson, he loses control of it and goes back out there, picked up by West. Now down in the corner to Berry. Berry drives the baseline and puts up a shot good, and he's fouled on the play. I believe Hunter Hurdig got him. Kind of awkward play there, and Hurdig got in a bad position and tried not to foul, but he already had hit him.
Didn't foul him hard enough, did he?
Nope.
Berry makes the free throw, so that's an old-fashioned three-point play.
I think Berry made an outside shot earlier in the game.
No, he didn't either.
He shot one. I thought that was him, and shot one over there that we thought was a 3, and it was a 2. Here's Potts now with it on the other end. To Hall out in the right corner to Hurdig. Hurdig for 3, no good. And rebound to Richardson. Richardson ahead to Berry. Berry wants to run this time. Now he's cut off by Hurdig and pulls it back out of there. Back out to Richardson. To Berry, back to Richardson, down on the right wing to West. Thinks about a 3. They swing it around to Berry. He goes along the baseline, gets by Steele all the way underneath and out in the other corner. Back outside to West. West calls for Richardson to come out and get it. Right wing to Berry. Back out to West on the outside. West guarded by Hall. Berry on the move out there, chased by Potts. And he leaves it outside for Richardson. Looks like they're trying to kill the clock. Now here's a foul by Jackson. Pushed a little bit on Richardson. That wasn't much of a foul.
53 seconds left here, third quarter. It's 36-27.
They get it inbounds and right back to Simmons. Simmons to Berry. Berry drives inside, shoots a floater off of the rim. In front of the rim, no good. Hall with the rebound. He takes it the other way. And he gets fouled by Richardson trying to cut him off as Hall was going to try to take it all the way to the rim. That'll be a non-shooter. Only the second foul on Richlands with 40 seconds to go in the period. 36-27. Richlands leads by 9. Jackson lobs it into Potts. Potts fakes. Gets Richardson up in the air and then drives by him, and Richardson hacks him as he goes by. That'll be a non-shooter too. Third foul on Richlands. Be Lebanon's ball underneath their own basket.
That's the third foul on Richardson too.
Jackson inbounds. Gets it out to Hurdig in the corner. Hurdig wide open for a shot but doesn't take it. Gets it back out to Steele. Steele fakes a 3, back to Hurdig on the right wing. Jackson wants a screen, but doesn't get it. Takes it all the way around the left wing to Potts. Leaves it to Potts. Potts to Steele. Back to Potts for 3 out on the left wing. Good. Sage Potts with a 3, and it's 10 seconds to go in the third. 36-30 Richlands lead. Richardson drives inside, dumps it down on the baseline to Cade Simmons. He spins, shoots off of the baseline. Got a 10-foot jumper that's good right at the buzzer.
Boy, that was a good move.
Yes, it was.
38-30, Richlands leads it. You're listening to high school basketball on WXLC.
Pioneers have a basketball to start the fourth period. They trail by 8. 38-30. And Hurtig gets it in to Jackson. Jackson brings it across. Richlands backing up into half court. Pretty tight defense to Hall. Back out to Jackson. Jackson lobs it to Potts down on the baseline. Back out to Jackson. And a pass almost stolen, but picked up by Hurtig. And he throws it right off of Christian Hall. Threw it way too hard. And it goes out of bounds at the Lebanon bench. I don't know why he threw that hard. Wasn't very far away from Hall. Hall. We may have been trying to get it to Steele. I don't know. Steele was over there too. Richlands with the ball now. Run a little weave outside. Berry and West out there now. Berry goes back to the left to Cade Simmons, who comes out. Back outside it goes to Richardson. Coach Phillips up over directing traffic on the side. West with it on the right wing, back out to Berry. Berry leaves it for Richardson. Coach Phillips wants Richardson out there handling it against Hurtig. Richardson on the dribble, bounces it left wing to West. West is open for three, and it's good from the left wing. 41-30, Richlands by 11. Jackson on the outside with it on the left wing, lays it for Christian Hall, back across on the right side to Steele. Steele goes to the top of the key, puts it on the floor, gets down the lane, has the shot blocked, and finally taken away by Simmons as they battle for it there in the foul circle. And head to Berry, and Berry takes it all the way to the rim, no good. In traffic, rebound to Potts, ahead to Steele, and Steele goes all the way to the other end. His shot blocked by Holmes, and goes out of bounds to the Pioneers.
Zach Hurtig comes in for...
That's Caleb Skeens in there too. Lob pass out intended for Hurtig and almost stolen by Cade Simmons. And Hurtig gets away, puts up a shot just inside the arc, and it goes out of bounds to Richlands. Zach Hurtig comes up there to bother Richardson now as he comes across. Richardson spins, dumps it in the corner to Berry. Berry back outside to Simmons and stolen to Steele, and Steele takes it down for an easy layup on the other end. 41-32 now, 9-point lead as West tries to dribble across against Jackson, finally gets it across. Now West kicks it back out finally to Richardson. Richardson's hounded by Zach Hurtig. And nice pass inside, almost threw it away. Controlled by Berry, and he gets it back out of there to Richardson. Richardson to the right wing to West, and he gets it back to Richardson, dribbling on the outside against Hurtig. And here's West outside. He's guarded by Jackson. Gets it to Richardson again. Now it goes to Holmes at the right elbow. Back out top to Cade Simmons. They're just trying to run the clock, I guess.
I'll tell you, it's awful early to run the clock over, Merle.
I would think so.
There's still about 5 minutes left.
I don't know why they'd want to do that. That's what they're doing. Simmons is coming out and getting the ball serving. He gets it to Berry. Berry picked up by Skeens. And a 5-second call on Berry, dribbling against Skeens. I'm not sure, you don't see a 5-second call much now, do you?
No, but, well, of course,
still a rule.
College has, you know, the time clock, so that doesn't, not really a factor. Three-pointer from the corner there for Skeens hits, I think that hits the side of the backboard.
He steals the ball and dumps it to Jackson. Jackson gets fouled by West. He can't get the shot to go. And good hustle by Skeens there after misplay there.
Took a shot that didn't look too good, but then he got the ball back and
can't remember who it was there, Simmons or who it was, had the rebound. He took it away from him.
Jackson first shot's up, rims out, no good. That one looked good. Didn't stay down, though.
Lebanon still got plenty of time, 4:18 left.
Well, Jackson missed that one, too. Both of them looked good. They just were rimmed out. 41-32. We're down approaching 4 minutes to go in the game now.
Timeout, Richlands. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. With a 9-point lead for Richlands. 4:06 to go in the game. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to high school basketball on 107.3 WXLZ.
Richlands basketball.
Richlands with the ball. They get it into the backcourt to Berry. He dribbles around Skeens and back out on the wing, dumps it down low for Richardson. Richardson banks it in down on the low blocks. He's unusual play for him. He usually doesn't shoot that much. Lebanon with Potts on the other end, tries to get inside, can't get in there, back to Steele. Steele to the right wing to Hunter Hertig. Hertig for three, no good. Simmons, rebound for Richlands. Leaves it for Richardson. Richardson hounded by Potts, finally gets it ahead to Holmes. Holmes almost loses it and now throws it away, trying to get it to West on the baseline. He threw it behind him. Jackson went out momentarily. I'm not sure why, but
he's back.
Skeens back back to the bench, and Jackson comes back.
Maybe it was an offense-defense
maybe
substitution.
Jackson may be in foul trouble. I don't know. Pass to Potts in the left wing. He drives into the paint, fakes, scoops it up good. What a shot by Potts. Timeout, Lebanon. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. 43-34. 3:08 to go. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to high school basketball on 107.3 WXLZ. With just over 3 minutes to go, Richlands with the basketball. Long pass up into the front court to West, back outside to Simmons, to Richardson. Richardson goes behind his back and draws a foul on Jackson, I believe. That's just his second, Jamie.
16 fouls.
Not sure
on
why
the Pioneers now.
Not sure why they had him on the bench a moment ago. Richardson plays it in, back into the backcourt to Simmons. Simmons back up front. They go down inside to Berry. Berry gets free on the baseline and misses the layup as he got in close. Sage Webb into the game for Richlands now. Lebanon gets it to Skeens, and Skeens travels, trying to drive inside against Simmons. Steele had been on the bench momentarily, and he comes back in for Skeens. I'm not sure what the substitution situation is for Lebanon. It's not make much sense. 9-point lead, 43-34. And must be somebody.
Moisture on the floor there.
Somebody went down in the floor and got a little sweat on the floor. Getting that wiped up. Then we'll be set to go with 2:35 left. Richlands just been trying to kill the clock this whole quarter, haven't they?
Yeah, they played pretty slowly, but they've maintained that 9-point lead.
Yeah.
Pioneers have cut it to 7 a couple of times.
Simmons tries to bring it up now. Leaves it for Richardson. Richardson gets it across against Jackson. And Jackson playing pretty tough on him. Lobs it down inside for West, and it's knocked away. And finally stolen by Hertig. And Hertig got a timeout, I guess. Or the coach did one or the other while Hertig was down in the floor. Good hustle by Hunter to knock that away from Richardson and scramble for it. And Hunter got his hands on it and they got the timeout. We'll keep it here during this one. 55 seconds to go. 43. Well, that's not right. That's counting down on that.
Yeah, we've got more time than that. I'm not sure how much. I didn't look at it before the Clock counted down.
I'm going to tell Brad about that. Hope Shoney doesn't start doing it.
Well, I don't know where Kevin is there tonight.
I don't know where he is.
He's usually the clock man.
Yeah, they do that up in Honaker all the time, too. Frustrates me.
And we can't remember how much time was on the
Well,
clock.
you're looking at everything else, and then when you look up there to see how much time was there, it's not there.
One more reminder there. We'll have the Honaker Grundy game on Friday, so be sure if you can't get out to Baldwin Gym to watch that game, be sure and tune it in on WXLZ.
Lebanon with the ball coming out of the timeout. Hurdy gets it in to Jackson. Jackson across to Potts. Potts for three. Good. Sage Potts now, they left him open that time. It's 43-37, just a 6-point game.
Can't leave him open now because he can shoot that ball. We're inside 2 minutes now.
Pioneers pressuring in the backcourt, but Richardson gets it up now. Has it stolen by Potts. Picked his pocket, and now Richlands comes right back, and West steals it for Richlands. And a foul. I think he got stealed, didn't he?
Yeah.
A 1-and-1 now. Steele's first foul. They had their hands on that ball and started the other way, and somebody knocked it loose. And Steele fouled the Richlands player, then fouled Richardson.
Yeah, Potts stole the ball and Steele had it, but he didn't see the man from behind. Bryson Richardson at the line shooting 1-and-1. He makes that first one. He'll get one more.
He can give Richlands an 8-point lead.
That one's up and good, so he makes a pair. 45-37, Richlands with the lead.
Sage Webb comes in for Richardson.
Minute 44 left on the clock.
I'm not sure of this substitution policy by either team there. Jackson brings it to the front court now. They got Sage Webb playing dogging Potts everywhere he goes. That's why he's in there. Ball goes to Steele on the left wing. He pulls up for a jumper, gets a good screen from Hurdig. Shot won't go. Rebound Holmes. Richlands gets it to Simmons, and Simmons is fouled in the backcourt by Jackson, and Simmons will shoot a 1-and-1.
Simmons hadn't been to the line here so far tonight. He's into double figures, though. Pretty balanced scoring here by this Richlands group.
Here comes Dylan Brown back into the game. Comes in for Berry. Not sure why they're taking players like Berry out for sub. Doesn't make sense to me.
Simmons misses the free throw. Potts down with the rebound.
Potts gets it to Jackson. Jackson into the front court. They have a lot of time. They need to put up a shot. Pass cross court to Potts. Potts for three, no good. And once again, Christian Hall fighting for the rebound. Gets it back out to Potts. He leaves it for Steele. Steele drives into the paint, goes all the way to the rim, has it partially blocked. Potts up high for the rebound. Gets hammered as he tries to put it up inside. And he skied for that rebound, didn't he?
Yeah. Steele got up high for that one, too. I don't know whether Potts was shooting or not. He's going to the line.
Yeah, he was trying to put it up there right underneath.
That's only 5 team fouls against Richlands.
Well, you can't fault Lebanon's effort.
No, they play hard. Potts makes the first shot. He'll get one more, of course.
Comes Richardson and Berry back into the game as Brown and Webb goes out for Richlands.
56.5 seconds left on the clock. Potts free throw no good, comes out there, and Simmons down with the rebound. He's got a man wide open here, but we had a foul in the back court.
I think Christian Hall fouled.
That was
Simmons back there after the rebound.
Was a good foul because I think Berry was down by himself on the offensive end. Simmons back to the line.
He just made two moments ago, didn't he?
No, he missed his.
He missed his.
Richardson made the two.
Oh, Richardson. Skeens goes out and Zach Hurdig comes in.
Simmons shooting a 1-and-1. That's up and good, so he'll get the bonus. That's Cade Simmons.
Richlands will be in the double bonus the last 53 seconds here.
46-38 now, the Tornado ahead. Cade Simmons with one more shot, and he makes that one too.
We got a timeout. We'll take it with them. Richlands by 9 with 53 seconds to go. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to high school basketball on 107.3 WXLZ. Richlands with a little token pressure against Lebanon to slow them down a little. Jackson gets it into the front court. Looks for Steele on the wing. Steele gets a pick, goes along the baseline, out in the corner to Potts, and Steele stepped on the baseline as he went through under the basket. Turned it back over to Richlands. And Holmes, Berry, and Richardson come back on the floor for Richlands. They were on the bench for that last possession. They get it into Berry, and Berry all the way down the court and gets down in the lane, loses control of it, and scramble for it. It's going to be a jump ball, and Richlands has the possession there. Now here comes Stillwell, Drew Simmons, and Webb, Sage Webb back into the game as Berry and Holmes go out, along with Richardson. They get the ball into Webb, or to West, and he pulls it back out of there. He's fouled by Christian Hall. That'll be 4 on Hall. That's academic at this point.
Luke West will go to the line. He'll be shooting 2.
Richlands pulls everybody back off of the lane except Drew Simmons.
West free throws up and good. He'll get one more.
Now Sage Webb goes back on the lane there. And Keyshawn Woodson comes to the scorer's table. I don't know why they don't let him in. Why do they do that? The ball was dead. I don't understand that.
West makes the second free throw.
If he'd have missed that free throw, Woodson wouldn't have got in the game. It's 49-38 with 24 seconds now as Jackson brings it across. He takes it all the way down the lane to the basket, up and in. Good. I guess they called the block. They did.
The
basket's
bucket
good.
Counts, and Jackson will have a try for a three-point play.
You can make it 49-41, but it's too little time left now, I think.
Jackson's free throws up and good, so he makes the 3. Inside 20 seconds now. I don't know if I support Pioneers. I don't believe I'd foul there.
Yeah, Potts jumped the ball there and fouled Drew Simmons. What's Jeter fussing about? Number 22 comes into the game. That's Aiden Robinson to replace Christian Hall, who just fouled out.
Simmons shots up and good. Now that's Drew Simmons.
I thought Potts committed that foul, but I guess they got Christian Hall.
Simmons' second shot's up. He makes that one too. 51-41 now.
Jackson hustles to the front court into the corner to Hurdig. Hurdig puts it on the floor. Gets cut off there and back out to Jackson. Jackson for 3. Throws an air ball up there with 3.7 seconds to go. And Lebanon just needs to fall back and let them go at this point. Richlands leading 51-41. That's going to be the final score. As time runs out here, Richland gets it in bounds, but don't try to advance it up court. 51-41 our final from Lebanon High School as the Blue Tornado take down the Pioneers here tonight. We'll be back in a moment to wrap things up. You're listening to high school basketball on 107.3 WXLZ.